one? Muhammad, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Your voice is very low. Are you using any headphone or earphone something?
Yeah. Is it
Amit,
okay
can you
now?
hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay. Now I can
Okay.
hear.
All right. Thank you.
Amit.
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. Let's start our discussion, everyone. And our discussion is related with Fortinet Firewall training, right?
Right, sir.
So today we will focus on the topic discussion. Topic discussion. What topic we will discuss in our complete training? So we have approx 14 module to discuss in our complete Fortinet Firewall training. And this complete training will take minimum 24 to 28 hours minimum. What I can provide you from my side, so I can provide you slides and notes, you can say, lab setup software. So we have proper notes, okay, for each topic. For example, in case if we are talking about interface configuration or firewall configuration or VPN configuration, we have a proper notes for each topic. So I can provide you slides and notes. Please share your email ID in our WhatsApp group after this training. Now, lab setup software, lab setup, because for practice, yes, you need a proper lab setup. So I can provide you lab setup software and you can install this lab setup on your laptop. Yes, I can help you, no problem. You can create lab setup on your laptop and you can do practical or practice anytime. Okay, so today we'll focus on topic discussion. Amit, Mohammed, this session is what? For topic discussion. So we have total 14 modules. So first topic is called Introduction and Initial Configuration. Introduction and Initial Configuration. So into this section, we'll focus on product family, because if you guys are familiar with the Cisco router and Cisco switches or any other product, any other vendor, so in case if you are learning Fortinet firewall device, so you need to know the product information, okay, which firewall series is suitable for my organization, okay. In case if I'm looking for VM firewall box, then what is the default factory configuration on firewall devices, how to configure, how to access firewall device through CLI, or how to manage through graphical page, how to create multiple firewall administrator, how to take backup, restore, how to upgrade firmware version. Okay. Interface
Okay.
configuration like physical interface, logical interface. These topics are related with only introduction and initial configuration. Everyone. Only this topic will take minimum 3 to 4 hours. Only this introduction and initial configuration. After after introduction and initial configuration, you will get the idea about the basic command, basic graphical configuration, interface configuration. Clear my point, Amit, Mohammed?
Yeah. Yeah. It's clear. Yeah. Yeah.
After introduction and initial configuration, we can move for a routing topic. Routing. See, for routing feature, we have a dedicated device. We have router, Amit, right? We have router. We can perform routing feature on router. So see, we are working with next generation firewall, right? Fortinet is what? Next generation firewall. Fortinet, Palo Alto, checkpoint firewall device, Cisco firepower threat defense. These are what? These are called next generation firewall feature. So we need to know next generation firewall feature here. But you can see routing we can configure onto this firewall device. Why? Because like other vendor, like Palo Alto or Checkpoint, like other vendor, Fortinet is giving you option. Fortinet is giving you option to you can configure routing feature. You can utilize routing feature here. See, I'm not telling you the story. What is static routing? What is default routing? What is RIP? What is OSPF? What is BGP? No, I'm not telling you the story. Here I will tell you how to configure it. You guys are familiar with the CCNA concept, right? So you know already what is static routing, what is default. Here I'm telling you how to configure it on 48 hour device. So static routing, our topic, default routing, yes, we can focus, and then we can move for we can move for dynamic routing configuration. In dynamic routing, I will tell you about RIP configuration. Then we can go for EIGR. No, EIGRP is not our topic. EIGRP is just a Cisco standard protocol. OSPF you can configure. BGP you can configure. So I'm not telling you the story. What is OSPF area concept? What is routing information protocol? What is border gateway protocol? No. I will tell you how to configure it. Clear my point? Amit, Mohammed?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it's clear. Yes, sir.
After routing, you will get the idea how to send traffic through the firewall device. But you know, it's a firewall. Routing you can configure for connectivity. Okay. But to allow traffic from one network to another network in firewall devices, you need to configure firewall policy. And guys, remember always Palo Alto, checkpoint firewall device, okay, Cisco firepower threat defense. These devices, these firewalls are called zone-based firewall. Okay, Palo Alto, checkpoint, and Cisco FTD. These are what? Zone-based firewall. Fortinet is not a zone-based firewall. Remember always, Fortinet is not a zone-based firewall, but Palo Alto, checkpoint, Cisco firepower threat defense, these are called zone-based firewall. So in case if you are working with any zone-based firewall, so the concept is if you want to allow traffic, for example, here we have a Palo Alto firewall device, for example, okay, and this portion is a LAN portion. This side is what? WAN side. So in case if you are working with any zone-based firewall, so the concept is if you want to allow traffic from one zone to another zone, you need to configure policy. You need to configure policy. In Palo Alto, you can create security policy. In Checkpoint, you can create access control policy. In Cisco FTD, you can create access policy. In Fortinet, see, I told you, Fortinet is not a zone-based firewall. In Fortinet, what concept we have? If you want to allow traffic from one network to another network, or you can say if you want to allow traffic from one interface to another interface, you need to configure firewall policy here. For example, this device is what? Fortinet. For example, this is Fortinet firewall device. This is port number 2. This is port number 3. So if you want to allow traffic from one interface to another interface, yes, you need to configure firewall policy. So we have a dedicated topic. To discuss firewall policy concept. In case if I want to configure multiple firewall policy, I want to create 500 firewall policy, okay, 1000 firewall policy, or how to create firewall policy through CLI option. We'll discuss both, okay, how to create policy with graphical page and with CLI option. How to work with firewall policy, how to delete, how to edit, we'll discuss. We have a dedicated session, chapter number 4. Amit, clear my point?
Yes, sir.
Mohammed?
Yes, clear, yeah.
Firewall policy we are using to allow our traffic from one interface to another interface. But in case if your traffic is traveling private to public, so you need translation, right? We need translation. And if you remember from CCNA classes, so if you talk about NAT, so we have 3 type of NAT concept: static NAT, dynamic NAT, and PAT concept. Remember these topics from CCNA classes, everyone? Mohammed, Amit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Static NAT is what? One-to-one mapping. Dynamic NAT, we can create a range of public IP. PAT is what? We can translate multiple private IP address with single public IP. So this is NAT. But in Fortinet, we will discuss about 2 type of NAT concept. First, you can focus on source NAT implementation. Then you can move for destination NAT implementation, DNAT. So we have 2 type of NAT implementation scenario: source NAT and destination NAT. And to configure source and destination NAT, we have two configuration options. First, we can go with firewall policy NAT. First, you can go with firewall policy NAT. And second option we have, it's called central NAT concept. Central NAT concept. It means this source NAT and this destination NAT will discuss in firewall policy NAT, and same source and destination NAT will focus on central NAT configuration. So only this NAT topic will take minimum 3 to 4 hours with theoretical and practical implementation. Clear? So for translation, we have NAT. To allow our traffic from one interface to another interface, we can configure firewall policy. Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
Now, next we have chapter number 5, 6, and 7. These three topics are related with next generation firewall features. You can add one more topic, no problem. You can add here one more topic. It's called, wait, file filter concept. In Fortinet, you can say file filter. In Palo Alto, you can say file blocking concept. In Cisco Firepower Threat Defense, you can say file policy concept. Okay, so these topics are related with security profile. You can say next generation firewall features. Security profile. So in Fortinet, we can create security profiles, and these security profiles we can attach with our firewall policy. So why it's required? Why we need next generation firewall features? Why we need security profile feature? So for example, right now I'm giving you the basic idea, okay? Right now, it's a basic idea. So here we have a firewall device. This portion is a LAN portion. This side is what? WAN side portion. WAN side. So in case if this inside machine, for example, 192.168.10.10 is trying to communicate with this server, okay? So as per your security policy, or you can say as per your firewall policy, traffic is traveling. As per your firewall policy, traffic is traveling. This is port number 2, this is port number 1, and traffic is traveling from LAN to WAN side. Behalf of your firewall policy. Perfect, no problem. Connection is established. Now within a connection, within this live connection, this inside machine is trying to download a file. This inside machine is trying to download a file, and maybe this file is infected with some malicious code. Maybe this file is infected with virus, with malware. Then only your firewall policy cannot detect this malicious information. No. So what you can do? You can go for next generation firewall feature. For example, into this scenario, you can create antivirus profile. What you can do? Into this scenario, you can create antivirus profile, and this profile you can attach with your firewall policy. So you can create antivirus profile. So behalf of antivirus signature database, your firewall can detect malicious information, can detect virus information, and can take an action based on your configuration. So into this scenario, you can create what? Antivirus profile. And behalf of antivirus profile, your firewall can detect malicious information and can block it. Amit, clear? Mohammed,
Yes.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we have other next generation firewall feature, everyone. For example, application control. Fortinet is a next generation firewall. So this firewall can detect application. For example, in my organization, I want to block Facebook application. I want to block LinkedIn application. So you can work with any specific application, or in case, if you want to block complete category. For example, I want to block gaming category application. I want to block all social media category application. I want to block all file sharing category application. Yes, you can do this. You can do this with application control profile. Web filtering. In web filtering, you can work with URL. See, in Fortinet, you can say web filtering. In Palo Alto, you can say URL filtering. In Checkpoint, you can say URL filtering. Okay, in Cisco Firepower Threat Defense, you can say URL filtering. In Fortinet, you can say web filtering. So in case, for example, in case, if you want to block, wait, for example, you have this URL, okay, and you don't know anything about this URL, but you want to block this URL in your organization. Then if you want to block this URL in your organization, then you can go with web filtering concept. With web filtering, you can work with any specific URL, or you can go with URL category. For example, I want to block all news and media category websites, because every website has a category, right? Every website has a category. So if you want to work with category option, for example, all political organization website, I want to block. All sports category website, I want to block. All shopping category websites, I want to block. Yes, you can do this with web filtering concept. It's a next generation firewall features. File filter, what is file filter? So in file filter, you can work with file type. File type, you can say, or file extension. You can work with file types or file extension. File extension. For example, in my organization, I don't want to allow exe file. I don't want to allow exe file. No one can upload or download exe file in my organization. No one can upload or download PDF file. So you can work with file extension in file filter concept. So these topics are related with next generation firewall features. So we have a dedicated session, everyone. We have dedicated session for each topic. Amit.
Okay, sir.
Amit, clear for you?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, clear, sir.
Muhammad, okay.
Yes,
Now you can talk about next concept. It's called FortiGate AD concept, or you can say firewall authentication. Firewall authentication. So I told you, to allow our traffic from one interface to another interface in Fortinet, we can configure firewall policy. Okay, no problem. Here we have a firewall device, and behalf of our firewall policy, traffic is traveling through the firewall device. So this inside machine, this 192.168.10.10 is trying to hit on your policy. For example, you have a policy rule, it's called rule 1. It's a policy name, okay? So behalf of your firewall policy, traffic is traveling. So port number 2 and port number 3. So in policy rule, what you can define? You can define your source IP, destination IP, service, application, and action you can take. For example, action, allow. Once it will match all the parameters, it's allow. So behalf of your firewall policy, traffic is traveling. So if someone will hit on your policy rule, so if you verify, for example, if you are verifying log information related with this firewall policy, so you can get only IP address information. If you verify the log information, you will get only IP address information. What is source IP? What is destination IP? That's it. But you don't know which user account. For example, onto this machine, multiple users are working. For example, multiple users, 2 or 3 users are working onto this machine in different time. So if someone will hit on your policy, if you verify log information related with this rule 1, so you can get only IP address information. You don't know which user account. So my point is, you don't have full visibility in your network. You don't have full visibility. You don't know which user account. So for full visibility, you can go with FortiGate AD. In Fortinet, you can say FortiGate AD or firewall authentication concept. In Palo Alto, you can say user ID. In Checkpoint, you can say identity awareness. In Cisco Firepower Threat Defense, you can say identity policy. Okay, so what you can do in FortiGate AD, you can create user account. And these user account you can attach with your firewall policy. You can create user account. So to create user account, you have 2 options. First, you can go with local database. So you can create user account in FortiGate Firewall local storage, or you can say local database. So in case if you are working in a small network, no problem. You can go with local database. You can use local database. You can create user account in local database. But in case if you are working in a big network, like domain environment, so you can go with centralized remote authentication server. Okay, you can go with remote authentication server like Radius, or you can say TechX, or you can say LDAP or Microsoft Active Directory, you can say. So we have two options. Either we can create user account in local database, and these user account we can attach in our policy. For example, I can define source IP, then I can add source user information. So you can create user account in local database, or in case if you have a big scenario, big network, so all the user accounts are available in centralized database, Radius, TechX, or LDAP. So I will tell you how to integrate your firewall device with any remote authentication server. For example, in your LAN side, you have Radius server. For example, Radius server. So how to integrate my firewall device with Radius server? Because all the users' accounts are available onto the centralized location. So we'll discuss this concept in FortiGate AD. So for full visibility, you can work with user account. You can work with group account information. Clear my point, Amit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, clear, sir.
Now, next concept we'll discuss about virtual domain. In Fortinet, you can say virtual domain. In Cisco, you can say security context. In Palo Alto, you can say virtual system. So you can divide your single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall device. Okay, why we need multiple firewall device? So for example, I have a single firewall box, for example, and this single firewall device is connected with a switch. And in my LAN side network, this is firewall device. In my LAN side network, I have multiple departments, you can say. Multiple departments. For example, a marketing department, sales department, HR department, multiple VLANs, you can say. So in case, if I'm looking for a dedicated firewall device for each department, okay, my requirement is what? I want to configure separate type of NAT policy, firewall policy, security profile, VPN configuration for each department. Okay, I want to configure separate type of NAT policy. I want to configure separate type of firewall policy for each department. So in case if you are going with separate physical appliance, right now we have 3 departments. So we need 3 physical appliances. If you are going with 3 physical appliances, then cost is very high. In that case, what we can do, we can buy a single firewall box. We can buy a single big box. And with the help of license, we can divide our single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. What we can do, we can divide our single firewall box into multiple. So this is what? Marketing firewall device, marketing firewall. This is what? Sales firewall device. This is HR firewall device. And these are called resources. These interfaces, you can say resources. So first, you can divide your single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. After that, you can assign your interfaces. For example, port number 2, port number 3, port number 4, port number 5, port number 6, port number 7. So what you can do, see, first you can divide your single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. So now you have 3 independent units, Amit. There is no any communication in between these firewall device. Marketing firewall box don't know anything about sales and HR. Everyone, clear my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So we
sir.
have three separate independent units. So first you can divide your single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. After that, you can assign your resources. After that, you can assign your resources, you can say, or interfaces, you can say. So you can see now, whenever you will log in into this marketing firewall box, you have two interfaces. You can say firewall with two interfaces. So this time marketing traffic is traveling via marketing firewall box, sales traffic is traveling via sales firewall box, HR traffic is traveling via HR firewall box. So how to work with virtual domain concept, we'll discuss. We have a dedicated session for virtual domain. Right now, I'm giving you the basic idea. This is basic idea about virtual domain. We can divide our single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. This concept is called VDOMs. VDOM. In short, you can say VDOM. Amit, clear now for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, clear. Yes, clear, sir.
Now, next topic we'll discuss about layer 2 firewall. Layer 2 firewall. So remember, always we can use our firewall device in two mode. Either you can use your firewall device as a L3 firewall box. You can say as a L3, or you can say as a NAT mode firewall, or you can use your firewall box as a layer 2, or you can say transparent firewall. Transparent firewall. So in case if I have a firewall device, for example, this firewall is a layer 3 firewall, for example, okay? This firewall is a layer 3 firewall. So these interfaces are acting as a layer 3 interfaces. These are what? Layer 3 interfaces. It means we can configure IP address here. We can configure IP address here. These are the L3 interfaces. You can configure routing here. You can configure NAT onto this box. You can configure VPN onto this box, and it's a firewall. It's a next generation firewall. So you can use firewall feature. You can utilize firewall feature. But in case if you are using this firewall box as a layer 2 firewall box, if this firewall device, this complete box is acting as a layer 2, or you can say transparent firewall. So these interfaces are called layer 2 interfaces. It's not a switch port, Amit, Mohammed. It's not a switch port. No,
Yeah.
it's a layer 2 interface. It means we cannot configure IP address onto these interfaces. We cannot configure routing. We cannot configure NAT, no VPN, no. So we have limitations. We have limitations with layer 2 firewall, but it's a next generation firewall. It's a complete firewall device. So you can utilize next generation firewall features. It's a complete firewall, but we have limitation. We cannot configure IP address on interfaces. We cannot configure routing, NAT, VPN. No. Clear?
Clear, sir.
So
Yes,
my point is, in which scenario we can use our firewall device as a layer 2 firewall? Because you can see here, with layer 3 firewall, we have great feature, right? With layer 3 firewall, we have great feature. We can configure IP address on interfaces. We can configure routing, NAT, VPN. We can utilize next generation firewall features, but we have limitations with layer 2 firewall. So in this scenario, we can use our firewall device as a layer 2 firewall device. We'll discuss, okay? We'll discuss here. We have a dedicated session, how to work with layer 2 firewall. Okay, everyone, please wait.
Okay,
1
sir.
minute.
yes, sir.
Please wait.
Okay.
1 minute, 1 minute, everyone. Everyone can hear me? Amit, Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's continue our topic. So now next topic is what? Login and monitoring. This topic is very important. Into this topic, we can focus on troubleshooting. For example, here we can verify the log information. So if any traffic is going to hit on your firewall device, or if any traffic is traveling through the firewall device, this activity will record, and it will contain in a file. It's called log file. So you can store logs here. You can discuss about logs in login and monitoring. So you can store your logs. You can go with local database, no problem. You can store your logs in local database, local storage you can use, or in case if you have a big scenario, big network, so you can store your logs in remote logging server. For example, syslog server, or you can go with SNMP. If we talk about Fortinet, everyone, so in Fortinet, we have a dedicated appliance. For log, we have a dedicated appliance. It's called FortiAnalyzer. Amit.
Okay, sir.
For all Fortinet
Yes,
product, you can go with dedicated appliance, Mohammed. It's called FortiAnalyzer device. It's a part of NSC 5 training. So after NSC 4, you can plan for NSC 5 after Fortinet training. Okay, after NSC 4 training. So
Okay.
yes, we have a dedicated appliance for all Fortinet product log, FortiAnalyzer. But yes, here into this training, we'll focus on how to send logs on remote logging server like syslog or SNMP. And yes, you can store all type of logs. For example, if someone will hit on your firewall policy, if someone will hit on your NAT policy, if someone will hit on your application control, if VPN tunnel down, VPN tunnel up, I want to verify all type of logs. You can go with packet capture concept. If you talk about packet capture concept, so you have two options. You can go with graphical page. It means you can capture your packet. And these packets you can verify in any packet capturing tool like Wireshark you can use. Or in case if you don't have Wireshark and if you want to capture live packet, so you can go with CLI option. In CLI, we'll discuss about diagnose packet sniffer is a command. Diagnose packet sniffer concept. So this topic is very important. Here you can verify all type of logs, VPN log, high availability log, okay, policy log, security profiles related logs, all type of logs you can verify in login and monitoring. Now, next topic, chapter number 12 and 13. These two topics are related with VPN concept. VPN. So first we will focus on what is VPN concept, what is virtual private network, why we are using this concept, what is the feature, what is the benefit. And now if you talk about implementation, so we have two type of VPN implementation. First, you can go with IPsec, and second option we have SSL VPN. IPsec we are using for site to site VPN connectivity. So if you have branch office A, branch office B. If you have branch office and if you want to connect these branch office in a secure manner, so you can go with IPsec. So remember always for site to site VPN connectivity, you can go with IPsec concept. So what is IPsec? What is phase 1? What is phase 2? What is ASP protocol? What is IKE? What is encryption? What is hashing? What is Diffie-Hellman? We'll discuss here. Now, if you talk about site-to-site implementation in Fortinet, so we have 3 labs only for site-to-site VPN implementation. First, route-based site-to-site VPN. Then you can go for policy-based site-to-site VPN. And third practical we have, it's called template-based site-to-site VPN. So only for site-to-site VPN connectivity, we'll discuss 3 labs: route-based, policy-based, and template-based. Okay, we have another type of VPN implementation. It's called remote access VPN. We have another type of VPN implementation. It's called what? Remote access VPN. So in remote access VPN, outside user, you can say, or home user, you can say, he has simple Wi-Fi modem at his home. So this outside user, he has, you can say, internet connectivity. He has Wi-Fi modem at his home, and he's trying to access company private resources. For example, this is VPN gateway device, and this side we have company servers. For example, web server or DNS server or FTP server or SMTP server. So this outside user is trying to access company private resources. So he need to establish a connection first, Amit, Mohammed. He need to establish a connection first, and this connection is called remote access VPN connection. He need to establish this connection with his mobile phone, laptop, desktop, and once this connection will establish, then yes, he can access company private resources. And this complete connection, complete traffic is encrypted, secure, you can say. This type of connection is called what? Remote access VPN connection. And to configure remote access VPN, you can go with IPsec or you can go with SSL VPN option. Okay. So for site to site, you can go with IPsec. But for remote access VPN implementation, we have two options. You can go with IPsec or you can configure with SSL. Now, what is the difference in between IPsec and SSL? What is the difference in between IPsec and SSL? And which one is a popular option for remote access VPN implementation? We'll discuss. Okay, we have chapter number 12 and chapter number 13 for these topics. So only these two topics will take minimum 6 to 7 hours. Clear? Minimum it will take 6 hours. Amit, Mohammed, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, now next topic, it's a common concept like NAT, like VPN, high availability. So why we need high availability concept? For example, I have a firewall device in my organization, and this firewall device is connected with a switch. This side is a LAN machine. This portion is a public portion. Everything is working fine into this topology. Everything is working fine. Okay, you have IP address on port. For example, you have IP address on port number 2, port number 3. Everything is working fine into this topology. You have routing, you have firewall policy, you are using NAT, VPN. You can say traffic is traveling through firewall device. Traffic is traveling. It's working fine. But into this topology, you are working with single firewall device, single firewall box. In case if this box down, then connectivity loss, your LAN user, they cannot go onto the internet side. That is the issue. In that case, what you can do, you can go for backup plan, or you can go for, you can say, high availability. So you can add one more firewall here into this topology. This is firewall box 2. This is firewall box 1. So you can add one more firewall box into this topology. And now see here, this is what? Switch number 2. You can say this is switch number 1. Now you need to change your topology because you want to add one more firewall box into your network. So second firewall box I'm adding for high availability. If you talk about high availability mode, so we have two practical. We can go with active passive high availability, or you can go with active high availability. Now, in case if you are working with active passive, so in active passive scenario, one firewall is actively manage your traffic. You can say one box is active and secondary device or next device is a part of passive, you can say, or standby device. We have a link in between firewall box 1 and firewall box 2, Mohammed, Amit.
Yes, sir.
We have a link
Yes,
in
yes,
between
sir.
firewall box 1 and firewall box 2. This link is known as HA link. If you are working with Fortinet, so you need single failover link. If you are working with Cisco ASA, you need single failover link. If you are working with Palo Alto firewall device, Palo Alto firewall, so we need two separate link in Palo Alto firewall scenario. In Palo Alto, HA1 and HA2. We need two separate link. This is called control link and this is called data link. So we need two separate link in Palo Alto, but in Fortinet we need single failover link. HA, it's called high availability link. Through this failover link, firewall box 1 is sending a keep alive message, you can say. He's sending hello packet information, HS status information, you can say. Okay, and into this hello packet, he's telling what? He's saying what? I'm active. So this box status is what? Passive. When this box down, then this passive box will become active automatically. And all the traffic is traveling via active box. So in active passive scenario, you can only utilize one firewall box into your high availability cluster. Right now you have two firewall devices. If you have 4 firewall then, and if you are working with active passive, so you can utilize only one firewall box into this high availability cluster, and rest 3 firewall devices, they are acting as a passive device or standby device. In case if you want to utilize all the firewall box into your high availability cluster, so you can go with active concept. You can go with active. In active, you can utilize all your firewall devices. Clear? Right now, I'm giving you a basic idea, Amit. It's a basic
Yes,
idea.
sir.
Yes, sir.
It's not a topic, okay? Only high availability will take minimum 2 to 3 hours. We have a proper concept. We'll discuss what is HA. Okay, we'll discuss other scenario in case if this link goes down, this link goes down, if this link goes down. So we'll discuss multiple scenario here. Right now, I'm giving you a basic idea. So we have 14 modules. These are the topics. Amit, clear my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, clear.
So today, just introduction session. We'll start our first topic, introduction and initial configuration topic from tomorrow. Okay, everyone,
Okay.
please connect.
Yes.
See, our timing is what? 12 p.m. 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Okay, 1:30. Okay. So every weekend we can do session 90-minute to 2-hour session. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Amit.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, please share your email ID in WhatsApp group. Okay. After this session, I will share this recording video, lab setup software, and slides and notes. Bye, everyone. Take care, guys. Tomorrow, same time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.